Y'all know the drill. I'm back, and so is Alyssa, but this is her final run. Let me figure out who I'm going to take with me on this run. I would say, I think I'll take Yoko.
Okay.
Because I'm going to need her to stack some items, and I think this is like a David-themed stage. Let's see what's going on. Alyssa, final stage. Alyssa escapes.
Let me go!
No! It's way too dangerous to go back now.
I left something very important back there. Trust me when I say it's gonna be a big help to us later. I promise I'll be back before you know it.
Fine, but I'm not waiting long.
Fair enough. Thank you.
So long as you realize, if it's my ass or yours, you can bet my ass will be the first out the door, baby.
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, thank you. Wait a second, she's human!
Carter.
You're here for the sample, too, right, Linda?
Yeah, now let's take that and get the hell out of here. You might want to get moving there too, stranger. Of course, you can always come with us. We got a helicopter waiting. What's going on?
Some kind of alert? Something's wrong. We should check it out.
Not now, of all times.
So I assume this would be the perfect place for Alyssa to show up because she's an investigative reporter and, you know, just trying to figure out Umbrella's secret seedy dealings. Would make sense that she's there. Yoko has some sort of background with it, so it kind of makes sense that she's there. But why is David there? He's just a random maintenance guy. Okay, this is important. That panel has the blood where I guess the guy on the ground, he tried to put the code in. He got it open. So more than likely, they always give you three numbers, and you just got to pick the correct combination in order to open up all those combination doors. I think there's at least 2 more, so it's just basically memorizing it for those 2 parts. All right, so let's see what we got. We got some handgun rounds. That key goes in the beginning, and that door on the left when you first open it. Let's see. I like to in this stage. So.
Hey.
At least, hey, you.
Okay, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me go back a little bit. So I did this run a lot of times, just like I did the other ones a lot of times.
Alyssa,
And if you look at the shorts I did, you'll see some of those very, very horrible endings. It's just like in my other videos. I show my ups and my downs. So I had a lot of chances to go through multiple runs in order to attempt to complete the stage, and the best way I was able to do it, I'll explain it as I go along on this. So the first thing I did was whatever items I came across that were weapons, I think there was 1 handgun in that room I was just in. I give that to one of my team members because 167. So whatever that combination is, I'll know 167. That's not hard to remember. So what I do is I'll give them the weapons. I'll ask them for help on occasion, but this part of the Umbrella facility, is majority hunters. I think it's actually all hunters. So to me, there's no point in fighting them because they're just going to come back anyway. So I just ran by them usually. So I'll just let the computer deal with them. If they want to fight them, they don't have to. I just run away from them. Okay, here's Linda right here. Let's see. Hunters. That's obvious. Okay, so Carter. I'm not too sure about that guy either. He's kind of a. You'll see. Go along. Okay, so let's find out what's going in here. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but that file was just talking about the sample that Linda and Carter came back, I guess, to Umbrella to try to take. They're not heroes.
Alyssa, thank you very much.
They're not. I don't know why they make them as a protagonist in this particular video. Well, not in the video, but in this game. They seem more like the heroes. Well, not really the heroes. I would say more as, I would say the protagonists. But they're not. They're Umbrella employees. And not only that, Linda came back. You really just stabbed me in the back. I can't stand these creatures. But anyway, yeah. She came back to get the sample with Carter. She even said it to the other Umbrella employees. I had to come back because it's something really important for her company. So she's no hero. This article explains the laser beams right here. If you press the button in the corner right there, it'll turn the lasers off, and then you just gotta hurry up and get over there and go through the door so you can get to the next section of the stage. So, but yeah, they're no heroes. So why are they? I don't know. It just seems hilarious. It's a completely different.
Alyssa.
It's a completely different,
Right.
I guess, display of the Umbrella employees, because I think it was file 1, the one where you're in the underground facility. That one lady, she's trying to like steal whatever and leave. She's clearly the bad guy. So like, what in the world? It's kind of weird. But anyway, I digress. So we're trying to figure out this code. So let's go.
Thanks.
This is actually funny because I actually kept getting lost. I guess because I wasn't checking my map as often, but I'm trying to get to the part where I have to actually go to the laser room, press the switch to deactivate the laser, walk all the way around, and then go through that section. So this is what I was doing this entire time, just trying to get to that part. But, okay, so here's the laser mission room. The switch is right here. So I just gotta turn that off and then just make it to go through. But I kept getting it mixed up. And then on top of that, there was another door that needed to be open. So I was just like, oh, okay. And then I realized that door, you have to open that door in order to go to the side door to get to that laser room anyway. So enjoy me being lost for a few seconds here. I know I already missed this door. I know it. Watch. I knew it. Alright, so at least I can get the herb, mix them, make the red herb and green herb together. So I gotta go all the way back around, down the hallway, through the door, and then another
Alyssa,
door to get to the
get a
laser
move
room. And then I can activate the laser switch. It's just so funny how it just kept, this one part was, I just kept getting lost in that one particular section. I don't know. I guess that's just me. So my apologies to everybody that's what. Look at this. My apologies to everybody, but I'm trying. Okay, so here we go. I hope David can get through in time, or if not, then I'll just have to get the key card to hurry up and let him in through the other side. So let's see. Oh, goodness gracious. These guys, they can be kind of relentless. They can and be annoying. So let me hurry up. I think this is the key card. Yeah, this is it. Level 1 key card, so now I can just run straight through. One door, another door, and then a side door. So, oh look, David made it. I wonder how he got through with the laser doors. That's so strange. How did he do that? I don't know. But anyway, so the reason why I picked Yoko and I picked David for the stage is, like I said before, David is actually in the beginning of the stage. So I'm guessing this is more of a David-esque stage for him. And I think it kind of is, because there's so many spare items that you can find in the stage that he can use to craft weapons. Like the battery and the metal pole can be used to make a stun rod. He can make a time bomb
Alyssa, thank you.
with the battery. What else can he make? I think you can make Molotov cocktails on your own. I think any of the characters can. I'm trying to think what else he can make. I forget what it was, but those were the two things that I tried to do on my other runs when I tried to make weapons, and I just realized that I didn't need to do all that stuff. Oh, goodness. That got on my nerves, because it's the one thing that I kind of didn't like about this game. Not Resident Evil, but just Resident Evil in general, when you're running straight in a stage, and then the stage switches. And for some reason, like any slight movement, you're moving towards that direction. So anyway, here's Carter. Let's see what he has to say. He needs an MO disk. The MO disk needs to be decrypted. So instead of him just doing it this entire time,
Alyssa,
we have to do
thank
it.
you.
Let's see what this is. Too long. Didn't read. So this just more and more paper. That's another thing too. As much as I like the lore of the stage, it's more of you don't have time to do that for the stage. So it's just more lore about the stage, everything that's going on with the tyrant and how to activate it and how to use the disc, and it's a bunch of different articles. One article that I did come across was actually really interesting though, and I'll see if I can point that out as we continue her adventure over here. I'm really glad that Yoko at least sticks around, because David is not to be found. He'll help you, but he is not really around like that. Like,
Alyssa.
but anyway, so we're still on our track. So basically, we got to go to this section. We have to put a code into the MO disk. Then we go back to where Carter is at, use the computer where he's nearby, get the MO disk decrypted, and then he can use it to program the tyrant. Tyrant fights all the hunters in the stage. So let's see if we can get that done. That's important. So let's go. Okay, cool. So I can actually make Molotov cocktails now. All you need is a lighter, a newspaper, and an alcohol bottle. Mix the three together, and you can make 5 Molotov cocktails, which you can use to throw at enemies. They do a good amount of damage. Now, the thing about that is I'm not going to use them. In fact, I don't want to use any weapons that I get. What I want to do is I want to give them to Yoko, so Yoko can hold them. Only thing is, sometimes you give items to Yoko, especially if it's health items, she'll use them fast, so you just got to be careful. But right now, we're pretty good, especially in this state. Look at this guy. He just... See you later, buddy. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by the lizard man. So, we got the almost completely decrypted MO disk. We just got to take it back to Carter now. So anyway, like I was saying, I don't use any weapons on the hunters. I pretty much give it to my teammates so that they can at least hold on to them, because we're gonna need them. But yeah, I don't need them to use against the hunters. I'll just run past them and go to where I need to go. But it took a lot of runs to be able to figure that out, because a lot of times I would just stop and just fight them until I'm able to get rid of them. But the reality is you don't really have to. You just run by them. They're not like zombies where they'll try to grab you. But they can be annoying if they catch you with that quick little swipe that they do. And sometimes they'll catch you with it. Just make sure you don't get hit with the death move. The one where they'll wind up and then they'll hit you, because it's a one-hit loss. And I did make a short about that, where I got stuck in the animation loop trying to grab the item out of my pocket and ended up losing. So just be careful with that. But besides that, you can breeze right by them guys. Okay, here you go, Carter. Let's see what you can do, buddy.
Okay. I've reprogrammed it to take out those amphibian monstrosities instead.
My favorite choice for a bodyguard, but oh well.
No need to worry. He knows who his masters are. But that's not all. I packed in a special little present. So if worst comes to worst, tall, dark, and ugly is ground zombie meat. After all, weapons are only so good in as much as you use them. What a masterpiece.
Yeah, let's just get out of here, okay?
So yeah, like I said, Carter doesn't really. He's not the protagonist. This guy's probably just as evil as some umbrella people, but I guess he's just more of a low level person, just like Linda. Linda's like a chill, evil person, but not really like evil. She just works there. But yeah, she's involved, so she's evil. I'm sorry to say it. They aren't exactly the best characters here. So anyway, I gotta go catch back up with Linda because she actually goes through the doors that you need to go through to open up the next section to further the story. So I have to remember to actually catch back up with her. But there's a few items here that I have to grab because those lasers are gone now because of the entire tyrant fight with the hunters and the testing and all that. So there's a few things I can grab here. So let's get this out of here and I'll have everything distributed to each person. Also, I'll make sure that they also have some type of health item because I know David is notorious for not really using them until he's nearly gone, which is actually a good thing because he can take care of himself. But Yoko, she'll just absorb that stuff. But I can't hold all the items because I have other stuff that I need to hold on to. So it's kind of a juggle.
Alyssa. Hey, you.
Hey! Right. Hey!
Alyssa, let's move it.
Hey! Alyssa, right. Alyssa, thank you. Hey! Alyssa, right.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying to stack these items, at least the weapons. I had the stun rod from David, so that'll at least help with some type of defense, just in case. But yeah, you'll see why, the reason why I stack as many weapons up as I can. Goodness gracious, even with the tyrant there, I'm still being attacked. But that's because he's just so slow and the hunters are slightly faster. And you can't just destroy all of them at once. But I mean, at least he's helping. There's Linda right there. Let's go catch back up with her. Also, on my run, this is the best way that I was able to actually do this after not doing this for like nearly 20 years. I don't even remember honestly if this was the way that I did it when I first played this game. I think I just I don't know, this is so crazy. It's like now it's like I'm less and less able to complete these games, going back to them and trying to complete them. But I mean, it's a blast, but it's still so difficult. I don't understand why. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't want to spoil anything ahead of time, but this part right here is the continuation into the story. Linda's at the end of that hallway. But before I do that, there's actually a few rooms and some items that I can grab before I get to that part. And it makes it a little bit more streamlined to get it now. So
Hey!
let's see what I can do. There's a ton of health items that I'm looking at right now. There's a bunch of them. Like they scatter a lot of them. So it's just a matter of just distributing everything and keeping maybe one for myself and getting all the items to all the characters. Like David could definitely use these shotgun rounds. He has a shotgun.
Thanks.
He has a health item and he has a lighter just in case we need to make something else, which I doubt, but I mean, you can always check. Also, this is the nursery section, but I wanted to ask anyone if they can tell me in the comments how the swap with the grenade launchers are actually done, because I tried it a couple of times and every time I tried it, it just didn't work. So anyway, there's this part right here. I'm about to exit, but that section right there, there's a platform, there's like a little shelf and there's a grenade launcher. But when you remove the grenade launcher, it sets an alarm and it makes a half-size hunter come out and attack you. So my assumption is that there's supposed to be an equal weight distribution object put right there in its place. Now, there's a section where you go where you have to use a crowbar to get into a room, and in order to do that, once you do that, you'll find a mock grenade launcher. So you take the mock grenade launcher, and my assumption is that you go back to that room and you swap those two parts. But if anybody in the comments can show me how exactly that's done, I would appreciate it, because I kept trying it over and over again to try to just swap the two. And every time that I tried to switch it, it just put the model grenade launcher on the ground next to it, and it gives you the grenade launcher and then just still shuts the door down. So I don't know. I mean, the hunter isn't really all that difficult to defeat anyway, but I just wanted to know how exactly that would be done specifically. It will help. Okay, so the crowbar that you find in the other room, you use to get into this section, and this is an important section right here. Okay, so there's actually two articles in here. This one right here is a memo to Carter for how to activate the bomb switch that he has. I'm going to go back to work and see if I can actually try this thing with the model grenade launcher to get the real launcher again. But yeah, there's two articles in that section. One is the article that someone gives to Carter on how to use the bomb switch that he has, that you eventually gain. And another one was a really interesting one about, I think there was, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, they were talking about the samples that they used. It was like a group of subjects that were used to help to build a tyrant, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe there were blood samples or DNA samples, I'm not sure. But one of the people that was on the list was Yoko herself. I wonder if she knew, or if she, I don't know. That was just so weird and interesting to find. Okay, so we're headed back to the nursery, and let's see what we got in here. Oh yeah, let me show you guys like what I was mentioning before. Let me show you how I get this wrong every time. Okay, so there's the model, And see, it goes in the side. And then the alarm is... If anybody in the comments knows how to properly do this, can you please let me know before I have to do more extensive research and try to figure this out on my own. But I would greatly appreciate the assistance if possible. So the alarm goes off and then this miniature hunter comes out and attacks you. But I just made short work of him. But it's just a hassle. I would actually like to know how to do this properly. So if anybody can show me, I would appreciate it. Or at least explain it in the comments. Well, that would be cool. Also, these chemical bottles I'm going to take and give them to Yoko so she can stack them because I'm going to use them later on.
Hey! Alyssa, right. Hey! Alyssa, right.
Okay, so we're as prepared as possible for this next section, and I'm just gonna show you what happens.
Linda! Looks like he already finished cleaning up here as well. Extraordinary. I told you, there is nothing to...
No! Carter!
Masterpiece.
Yo, he cracks me up with these extra cheap shots he's giving me. So I had to run and grab the level 2 key card, which will let me go all the way back to the elevator I need to get to. So let's break our necks trying to get there. That's the next step. I'm just going to try to rush through. He's actually really fast too. For some reason, when he's fighting the hunters, he's not as quick. He'll just go easy on them. But when it comes to us, if he catches up to me, he'll hit me a few times. But there's a specific moment that I want to get him at in order to actually take care of him. So I'll show you guys. Okay, so it's time for the big showdown. Let's see what we can do.
Hey!
Because I know he's going to pop out and we're going to have to deal with him. This is the best time to deal with him. Not before, because if you actually fight him before, he'll come back in this spot. So it's best to just deal. Look, David already dealing with him now. As long as I got my teammates to help me, we should be good. So, and we have plenty of firepower. So all we gotta do is just hold him back, hold him at bay. My teammates, as long as they keep shooting him in his back, I can keep hitting them with the items in the front, Molotov cocktails, all the chemical bottles, everything, grenade launcher rounds, as much damage as possible to knock him down. And the good thing is, once you get him down, he's down into the next phase, which means that you can use all this other time to explore this next area until you get to the outside. We have to deal with this next phase, but there's also a brilliant part to that too. So we're just rumbling him right now. It's pretty much not fair, but this dude is super strong. Finally, okay, we got him. So now that he's out of the picture for now, this entire area can get searched. I can even go back if I want to get some health items, which I am going to do right now, and make sure that David and Yoko are taken care of so that we can actually explore the next area, because this next area is the sewer area, but there's not that many enemies. It's mostly just the tyrant you have to deal with and just escaping him. But if he's out of the picture, you don't really have to worry about that anymore. Also, you'll find the bomb switch, which you can use to take out the tyrant that Carter had, the one that he dropped. And the way that you use it is explained in the document in the area where you have to use the crowbar to slide underneath. There's a document in that room that explains that if you hold the bomb switch down for 2 seconds close by to him, it'll emit a sound and then it'll explode and it'll take him out. But if you don't use it in that battle, you can use it in the second phase, because the thing is, even if you use the bomb switch on the first phase and then he pops up for the second phase, you have to fight him again. So it's best to just save it for the second phase and then use it. So that's why I did it the way I did, with just gathering as much firepower as I could and avoiding the hunters, just to avoid that entire headache. And trust me, it is well worth it to do it, because I tried to find alternative means and it was just much more difficult. This was the easiest way, at least for me. This was the easiest way. The first stage being inside the facility, when he first attacks you, just run away from him until he jumps down into the sewers. Then you take care of him. He's gone the entire time until you leave out of the sewers and have to fight the super tyrant. And then you hit him with the bomb switch, boom, he's gone. You won't have to worry about him at all. It's a really good tactic.
Hey! Alyssa.
Also, the crazy thing was, with doing this playthrough, I just realized as well, if you have leftover weapons, you can use them for the mutated spider and a few zombies and another spider. But that's pretty much it. You'll have plenty of items left over, and if you're good enough to get the tyrant, the super tyrant, to use the bomb switch, you won't have to
Alyssa,
use any of your
thanks.
weapons. And you get a lot of weapons on this stage because you gotta fight Nyx, the giant, the end boss, if you decide to go that way. But if not, you might not even have to do all that now that I think about it. You'll have an abundance of weapons if you stock them up towards the end. Now that I'm realizing it. Yeah, you'll have a good amount of weaponry, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. One area you do have to watch out for though is the area right after you deal with the first spider, because there'll be an influx of zombies in a really enclosed area. But that's about it.
Hey! Ali, right. Come over here. Hey! Right.
This particular section has the area where there's two crates on the left hand side. Right over here, you see them? If you push the back crate up, you can actually access the other crate like this. Okay, needs a little bit of elbow grease here. Come on, listen. So I hate when you gotta line it up, but there you go. All she has to do is push it over to that spot right there, and you'll see exactly what happens. Okay. That leads you to the lower level that you have to get to.
Alyssa, thank you. Help me! Help me!
Yeah. Alyssa.
Alyssa. Hey!
Alyssa. Hey, you.
Right. Hey! Ali, right.
Okay, so this crate can be broken if you give it enough shoulder tackle. There it is. Also, the next area is not in this section, but it's actually where the forklift is at, in the back on your left. You have to climb up a crate and then you can climb into a ventilation shaft, which is where I'll go after I'm done with all this and then circling around. This is the area I was mentioning where you can get trapped by the zombies. They'll invade this area pretty frequently. So you just gotta be careful with that. But if you have a lot of weapons stacked up and you have your partner, it's not too tough because they'll give you backup most of the time.
Hey, someone help me. Hey! Alyssa. Right.
Alyssa.
Hey!
Alyssa, hey, you.
And of course, this is the locked door that leads you back to the room with the hole. So just remember that. But it's this back area that it has a few really good items. And there's also a locker that Alyssa can unlock with her lockpick kit. So don't forget to come back here and grab a few items back here that'll help.
Hey! Alyssa. Right.
Yeah, my first playthrough, I actually missed this because it's kind of hard to spot it until you actually go up there. So don't forget, this is where you have to go to get to the next actual area to get to advance in the stage. So So in my playthrough of this part, I pretty much skipped the majority of the stuff that was in this area, but if you do a little bit of exploring, you'll find some good items in this area too. But I just didn't want to stick around because the spider here can poison you. He can put you in poison status, so it's good to just, get out of there as quick as possible and get to the next section because you got more than enough items. It's that middle, oh goodness, the one where the spider jumps out is the area you have to go, and then you have to make another jump. But yeah, it's probably just best to just try to hurry through there so that you can get to the next area because as you can see with my inventory, I have more than enough stuff. So I don't even need to really hang around. So I'm just going straight through. Oh yeah, also that debris will get washed away so you can actually use that as a shortcut to get down here after the waterworks starts. But I didn't have to use that. Also, there's a few items down here as well. Like there's a broken handgun, which if you give it to Davey, he can actually repair it for you. But even though I actually did explore this before, I found Linda, which is good because then you won't have to do that with all the water around. If you explore that stuff before you find her, it's actually easier to pick everything up off the ground. So, because you can actually see it, so it does help. But I mean, I have so many items, it really doesn't matter. I guess I just grabbed it just to grab it. But after going through the entire playthrough and seeing this, I'm just like, I actually didn't need as much stuff as I thought.
Hey,
But
you.
I mean, it's good to have it. So
Right.
Hey!
Alyssa. Hey, you.
Hey! Hey!
Alyssa. Right.
Say something.
Thanks. I must have passed out or something. Wait, Carter. He didn't make it. My intuition was screaming at me to stop him from using that thing as some kind of a toy. Even the damn capsule got broken as well.
Curious, what was in it?
Umbrella has been spreading a virus throughout the city. That little capsule contained what could have been the only possible cure to the virus. I ran a check on the capsule and basically know how to recreate a new version, but none of that means a damn thing unless I can get my pretty little head out of here. Huh?
Okay, sewers flooded. What do we do next? Get out the water. And that glint is the actual valve handle. Cool. The valve handle can be manipulated into a six-sided handle and a four-sided handle if you go back into that engine room, but you can use it to actually lower the ladder a little bit past. It's closer to the same area to where I picked up the broken handgun a few moments ago. There's going to be a ladder there. You can just use it to go up that ladder. Then you go to the engine room, switch it to a four-sided handle, go back to that area, use the four-sided valve handle to lower the emergency ladder, and then you're out of the sewer area altogether. Goodness, I went into the wrong room. But here it is right here. So here we go. We cut it into a different shape. Grab that. Everywhere we go, we're running because time is of the essence. So let's get up out of here so we can get to the next part. So let's see. Let's see if I remember. We have the bomb switch. I think I gave it to Yoko. David has weapons and health. Yoko has health. I have health. So far, so good. We're in good shape. I think my teammates arrived in different areas after the flood waters from the sewer. So I guess it's just a matter of waiting on them to show up so that I can get some help because there's a good chance that I might need it. But I always thought that was so strange. I just get stuck in the sewers and them too. They just get washed somewhere completely different and then just pop up. So see, I don't even know where they actually pop up from or if they come off screen or anything. They probably do come off screen. I just don't know exactly where they showed up at. Is that Oh, look, see, there, everybody's here. That's
Right.
so weird. Where did they actually pop up at? Oh well, I guess it doesn't matter as long as they're back and they're safe. So
Hey!
we're prepared.
Alyssa.
We're prepared for the next part.
Right.
Hey!
Alyssa. Hey, you.
Okay, so here's our big bad number two. Check this out. Fight's over. That's so crazy. If you hold on to the bomb switch and use it on this part, you won't have to deal with them. So basically, I have a ton of weapons to deal with the next area up ahead, and it's not as difficult anymore. So, thank goodness.
Hey!
Also, the cool part
Alyssa, hey,
about
you.
this is that this is the actual exploded street from the very first scenario in Outbreak 1. The one where you have to go through the bar and slightly through the city and into the sewers. This is that section. So parts of those areas actually connect to each other. This is just the aftermath of what happened after that, and
Alyssa.
some of the characters preparing to leave. So it's all so strange. I might just do a lore video one of these days to try to explain how everything correctly lines up chronologically. So this note is for Nyx. He's the actual end stage boss. Organic test subject. Yeah, okay, yeah. Usually that means it's a monster inside. So yeah, that's what Nyx is. I guess when he's exposed to open air, that's when he like has the tentacles and starts growing and absorbing people and stuff and all that. So yeah, that's basically what he is. And there's the pilot. Cool. He's the one that was supposed to be taking Nyx away and Linda. So yeah, he's probably just waiting for her, like they show in the beginning of the video. But we'll see if we can find her and see what happens. So there's a little bit more area we have to explore, which is pretty cool because upcoming is the stage from, like I said, from the first scenario, part of the city area where, if you've ever played the first Resident Evil Outbreak in the first scenario, you remember the part where the officer is driving the
Hey!
survivors in the back of the
Alyssa!
truck, and then he says he stops because there's a roadblock. It's that area basically, but it's just slightly different. Some of the areas where the sewer area is, the Apple Inn and all that stuff, all that is kind of part of. It's like small parts of that's here, so it's cool. You get to go backtrack and see some interesting sights and stuff. It's pretty neat.
Hey!
Alyssa! Hey, you.
Let's see the Magnum revolver rounds. There's
Hey!
just so many items I have now. I just had to take some time out to try to sort
Hey, you.
everybody's stuff so that I can carry as much maximum items as I could. So this takes a little bit of time.
This'll be the 99th rodent I kill. Wait a sec. I think that may be a live one. Eh, well, fuck it.
What are you doing? Get the hell out there and find them. How long do you plan to just sit here and do nothing? Can you get it through your thick skull? If the package gets out, it will be your neck on the line, not mine.
Sir, landmine placement complete.
Okay. That seals off any ground exit.
What? Did you forget I'm the one that gives the orders here? Wait! Think of the position I'm in.
100.
Yeah, I think it's about time everybody just left, so. Oh, mine detector, that's cool. Let me see what I can do with that. So the way that I use the mine detector, probably the most backwards way to do it. I just inch slower and slower to the sound that it makes in order to try to make it explode on its own with disastrous results sometimes. So if anybody in the comments can tell me how to properly use this item, feel free. But I mean, it did have some good use for me, so I did keep it in my inventory for the most part. For my teammates, not so much, especially David. He had a lot of trouble with it. But the good thing, see what I mean? But see, the good thing though is that they give you so much health. Like for this section, it doesn't really matter until you get to the end. So it's good to at least try to avoid them as best as possible. So.
Hey!
Alyssa. Hey, you.
Hey!
I did struggle on this part a lot, just trying to figure out how to actually get past the actual claymores without blowing them up.
Hey!
And it's like, I think this section I really just got lucky because it's just mainly I'll do the strafe walk animation and try to see if it'll blow up before I touch it. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Sometimes my teammates blew them up by accident. We all were in danger multiple times. I don't know. I have to look at a better strategy of doing this because I think if you do this part correctly, you'll have a ton of health going into the last battle. But I don't know. I guess I just got lucky. So I just kept going. Look, see, I'm just trying to aim it and I didn't know. I was trying my best. So, my apologies.
Alyssa!
And see, I had to do this multiple times because I just wanted to take as many items as possible. It just wasn't possible, I guess, but because I didn't want to be unprepared for the last battle. But it's just so funny because once you actually see what happens, it's hilarious. But I mean, I have a lot of weapons, so I mean, it's not too much to just use what I got in these small parts here.
Get a move on.
If anyone in the chat actually, or in the comments actually ran into a Magnum revolver before the end, let me know that too, because I was looking.
Code XX. They plan to contain the incident the old-fashioned way, by blowing up the target location and everyone in it with missiles? Why didn't you say anything, you weasel?
I kept telling you to hurry!
Damn!
Oh! Well, where are you going? You need to find that capsule!
You do it. I'm not gonna go up in flames with the rest of the town. This job is turning out to be a lot hotter than I had expected.
Hey! Wait!
The order to put Code XX into effect has been issued. All units within the target area evacuate immediately. Repeat. The order to put Code XX into effect has been issued. All units within the target area evacuate immediately.
So it has begun. Guess I don't have much of a choice. Time to get my butt out of here.
Oh boy, so the timer started and there's a decision that you have to make. You can either try to hightail it back to the helicopter and get a ride out of there, or you can let the timer run out and then take the alternate path, which is what I'm doing in this particular scenario. Also, I think you can get a slightly different ending too if you can actually get Linda all the way back to that helicopter in the time limit, which is like 3 minutes, which is crazy because she's also limping, and you gotta run through the landmine, and there's a sniper. So you have to go through all that stuff, and hopefully you can get back in 3 minutes. But I think you get a different ending there. It's an alternate path out. But I may do another video on that alternate route, but this is the route that I took. This is basically the long way. So the time ran out and I just had to keep going the same path I was going. There's a ton of landmines. My teammates, they will occasionally run into them. You got some enemies, but not really too much to really deal with, especially the way I'm armed to the teeth. There's no way they're even a problem, but the part with the sniper, I think that part is a part you have to deal with. I'm not sure if it's on my way back or on my way up there. Either way, you have to deal with them once the timer is going. But I think when the timer is off, he leaves, so he's gone. It was the guy that was talking to the guy with the glasses in that cutscene. It's him you have to deal with, but I don't think you have to deal with him anymore once the timer is off. But you just have to take the alternate path. So, well, not really. I wouldn't even call it the alternate path. Yeah, I think you know what? Yeah, it is the alternate path because the helicopter pilot and Linda were the main focus in the beginning. So I would say that's the normal path if you're fast enough to do it, and the alternate path is when he leaves. So yeah, to do that other path here, you just gotta be fast. You gotta either go back and leave Linda or grab Linda and bring her back with you and survive everything that entails and get up out of there. Yeah, the warning is on, so there's really not much time to get back anyway. So I think I'll do that in my next video, the alternate routes.
Alyssa.
Oh man wasn't playing. He was dead serious when he said, "You better come on, so it's time to go." That is Nyx, the final boss. My guess is he was supposed to deliver for Umbrella before they sent Raccoon City to that big carpet up in the sky. So basically, like I said, oh, there's the guy with the glasses. Oh, he had. Now I'm wondering, like, what really is going on now? Why were they? Goodness gracious! So maybe there's just two factions trying to, I guess, duke it out in the city. I gotta do more research on what exactly is going on because this is kind of confusing. But yeah, he dropped the Nyx, so it's basically Raccoon City is on his own on this one.
Is that the package? What the?
Okay, so it's time to find the secondary route to roll up out of here. Right now, I'm trying to use this first aid spray because it's the only one I have, and that's another thing they let you do. If you have a first aid spray, you can actually equip it and spray it and give someone full health. So if you have two people basically crowded together, you can spray two people and get full health from one spray. It obviously it works better when you have, you know, two actual human players playing with you, and you could just say, "Hey, just crowd over here real quick, and I'll spray you, and you'll be good." But yeah, David does his own thing. I don't know. I'm trying.
Hey!
Alyssa, right.
Here's my impersonation of now I know what I'm doing. Why am I so close trying to fire at a claymore? I don't know, but I just want to get rid of them. They're so annoying. They literally, if they hit you, you literally go to danger. So like, and look, as you can see in my inventories, all of my characters, none of them have any health. So I gotta actually explore and see what I can find for them. Oh my goodness, this can be a slog sometimes, but we'll get through it though. We'll get through it. David definitely. Oh, cool. First aid. David definitely needs one first. Wherever he is. Where is he?
Hey!
Alyssa, hey, you.
Alyssa, thank you very much.
Hey!
Alyssa, right.
And see, I remember this area from the first scenario in file 1, like I was saying before, because this is the sewer line, the manhole that you come out of after the officer helps you get through the barricade door, and then you blow up the oil tanker, the tank from the truck, and then you jump into the water, and then you go through the sewer system, and then you end up right there, and that's where you meet the officers, and then they take you into the truck to drive, and then they have the roadblock and all that stuff, and then you see the officers setting up the big bomb in the streets. So that's where all of that leads to. This is a long tunnel, but there's some goodies that you can find if you go through this section again. So that's what I'm going to do now. This might take a little time because it's actually pretty long. See, like all the way down there in that tunnel, it's a good amount of stuff in there. So I'm going to double check and see what I can get. And hey, look at that. They were nice enough to wait, which they usually don't do. Well, Yoko is sitting next to me. David will go into a whole nother section. Like, he won't care, but it's like for now, it looks like they're sticking with me. So hopefully that works. So this is the Apple N. So, okay. Oh, cool. First aid spray. So let's see. Let's see what's going on in here. This is... there's Linda right there. How you doing, Linda? She'll probably explain to me later. Maybe not. But remember this area, this is the hotel from the hotel scenario. I think it was Inferno. I'm trying to remember. I think that was in the first file, file 1, Resident Evil Outbreak. We had to fight that the liquor at the end, and then the fire department rescues you. So it's pretty cool how everything ties together. So basically what I'm going to try to do is get her to the alternate exit, which should be a little bit easier because we don't have to deal with the sniper, and we already went past a lot of the mines already. But we're going another route, so we'll see how that works out.
Yeah.
Hey!
Alyssa, right.
Hey!
Elite, right.
See what I mean? Once again, David's hurt because he wanders off, runs into a claymore, and then he needs help again. But I'm always going to help him, though, because I don't want him getting all banged up. David knows how to use the weapons and stuff, and he definitely will help you out if you really need it. So I got to keep him alive. Anyway, I want to keep them all alive anyway, not just Yoko.
Hey!
Elite, right. Come here.
Oh boy, I know it's kind of slow moving, but I mean, Linda's hurt, so I gotta give her a helping hand so we can move faster to the exit. We'll get there, but we just gotta slog through, but we'll make it. We're gonna make it. Jeez. Slammed the door, made me fly in the air. It's crazy. And they just left me. Come on now. Dude, I gotta at least carry Linda. You guys couldn't take care of the light work? Ugh. Goodness gracious. Okay, so we basically gotta go through this door because this is the path that we have to go now since the helicopter is not an option. So we just gotta go this way. And I think it's a stairwell we gotta go up. And it can be kind of a drag because they keep sending zombies down one after the other. So gotta get through this part.
Hey, you.
Hey!
Alyssa, right.
Hey!
At least, hey, you.
No.
Okay, I think I did this part kind of wrong because I should have asked for help from Yoko or Elise. But it's like everybody just rushed up the steps. Well, David's here, but watch, he's just going to go up the steps. He's just going to leave us. So, I don't know. I think I might have did this part wrong. I should have just got Linda to the next section and then just went all the way up the steps and just whatever I found up there just blew it away, basically. But I was trying to be patient here and go up the correct way and ended up having to deal with all this. So, just got to deal with it.
Alyssa.
Okay, so too long didn't read. This is basically the information about the helicopter pilot. I guess he was maybe paid off to get rid of what he was supposed to get rid of. So, hey, it happens. So, I guess, and also this jump. I never make this jump the first time. Yo, I made it. Okay, cool. Oh, look who it is. Actually, I wasn't looking at him. I was looking at the giant blob creature behind the mix. So here we go. Time for the big battle. And Alyssa just throws up like it's just time to handle business. So the best way to take care of Nix is just to wear him down until he takes a knee and his sensor, his weak point is exposed. But the thing is, on this particular run, I'm gonna let you guys in that I got extremely lucky with this. So what I did was I just kept attacking him until he got weak. And at that moment, right there, I knew he couldn't attack. So I had to run to the back of the truck and see if I can grab the rocket launcher. But what happened was my controller died. So I was just trying to hurry up and frantically try to use a cord to make a corded connection. Because I use my PS2, but I also use my PS5 controller for it. So I got extremely lucky right there. So basically, I just used the grenade launcher to weaken them. I didn't have the magnum. I honestly couldn't even remember where the magnum was. So I just had to use the grenade launcher. He slapped me. I mean, it hurt, but I got back up. My teammates are literally just standing there, which is insane. They should all be firing at this thing right now, but they just, look at them. They're just standing there. So anyway, I just tried to get them down, weaken them. There he goes, right there. And this was probably the luckiest shot ever. Thank goodness he has auto aim, because I had no idea what was going on. And it worked. Insane. So now all that's left is I just got to go back to the original area, which is weird because they didn't show this part when I walked up, so I got a little confused. But I just had to walk back to the area where I first jumped over. See, I was a little lost. I didn't honestly know. Okay, so here it is, because I recognized the sign in the back. But yeah, all you got to do is just put the plate down for Linda. There she is. So I'll be I'll help her get to where we gotta go so we can get the heck up out of here. Fortunately, we don't have a timer, thank goodness, so we can just, stroll and have some small talk while I lead her to the truck, and then that's pretty much all we gotta do is just get to the truck, get her to the truck, and we're all out of here, which is crazy. We all are going to get out of here alive, which is it's a blessing. So let's roll. All right, Linda. I don't know why she wants to just, hobble to the end like that, but I don't even care. Let's just go.
Coordinates, west 0.5, south 0.1.
Roger. This is Angel 6 reporting. Confirmed all fighters have emptied their payload. Mission code XX complete. Repeat, mission code XX complete.
This is Heaven's Gate. We got you loud and clear, Angel 6. Mission code XX is completed. All fighters return to base immediately.
Roger that.
Arrow 8, 11, target hit confirmation. Arrow 3, 9.
Playing it safe may be best, but that's not what I call truly living. Fight for what you want. There's always going to be risks. You may get hurt in the end. But for me, I'd rather die having lived than live without knowing life. And taking the risks that come with life is the only way to truly know it.
What's done is done. We can't take it back. However, we may be able to start again from the beginning. That's the one gift we humans have. We can rebuild.
Okay, everybody. So that is Resident Evil Outbreak file number 1 and file number 2. All the scenarios completed. I had a blast coming back to this game. Haven't played it in like 20 years. It was so much fun. It was just awesome. And I'm glad that you guys were able to watch it with me and experience it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It wasn't exactly my favorite ending, but I love Alyssa though. That's my homie. So anyway, I don't care as long as she got out of there. But anyways, I'm glad that you guys took the time out to watch this video. Hopefully it brought you some awareness for the series. And hey, see you super soon.